And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
All right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. It went extra. And hey, I tell you what, it was excitement throughout the entire game. What a game. Dodgers pull it out in extras. Pitcher panicked, decided to throw it to, I don't know who, I think he was throwing it to the fan about 4 seats to the right of home plate. Hey, it happens, man. But that was something. Look, I hated to see the Dodgers win, but it was a hell of a game, man.
Boy, I'm seeing some pitching from the LA Dodgers, Eric. Does that make them a true, legitimate, in Eric's mind, contender?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They did well today. Glasnow looked good. Roki Sasaki. I'll tell you one thing. Roki Sasaki saved them, and that's why I got him on the thumbnail. He came out there for 3 innings and shut it down because Vesia had nothing. If you went to any other guy in the bullpen, they would have had nothing. So, hey, I'll tip my cap. Glasnow went out there, and he did well, and then Roki came in and finished it off. Man, alive, dude. I tell you, hell of a game. It was pitching throughout both. Freaking Christopher Sanchez was dominant. Luzardo comes in, was amazing. I was like, look at all this. And then, of course, Roki Sasaki. They were going toe-to-toe, and it was just no team with both lineups got some thump in their lineup, and they weren't getting shit done. And what wind up winning the game? A squibber back to the mound that the pitcher panicked. Period. He panicked. But that's the thing. You put the ball in play, you got to do those small things. The same thing happened with the Dodgers early in the game when Sheehan went to go cover first base, couldn't find the freaking bag, and then all of a sudden he misses the ball. That error wind up turning into a run. So you got 2 of the 3 runs that were scored today were because of bad defense. But hell of a game.
Dodgers always seem to adapt, Eric, and now all of a sudden, Eric, Roki Sasaki is the secret weapon.
Oh, he is. There's no doubt about it.
Good game, though, overall. I mean, were you entertained?
Dude, 100%. The defense, my God. Trey Turner at shortstop was just unbelievable. Dives for the ball, 360s.
Oh, he's
throws a seed to first base to get that. Oh, my gosh, dude. It was just awesome. Awesome, man.
You know what? This one deserves.
And now, another Giant Sports Talk Live Super Chat.
JB, what's up? Our friend from down under donates $5 Australian. When everybody was watching Game of Thrones, Kikirine was watching the Game of Throws instead. Ooh, that's rough. JB, that's rough.
That was a good one.
That's rough. But hey, come on.
Some of these super chats are competitive in themselves, Eric. These are good.
Yeah. I tell you what, though. Look, yes, Kikirine should have made the throw, right? Period. But when you're in that situation, it's easy for us to sit here and say, hey, should have made the throw. But it's panic. That's what happens. You just, once the ball is in play and the bases were loaded, he knew it was a high-stress situation. He should have just thrown to first base. But whatever. He tries to throw it to home or throw it to Real Muto behind plate. Well, actually, he's off to the left of the plate.
Well, on the Canadian broadcast, they were questioning, did he, you know what? You get into the postseason, Eric, and you should have your head on your shoulders.
Yes.
In the game. They were questioning, did he think there was one out on the play?
No, he had to. No. He had to. You know what, though? Good point. Glenn, good point. He had to have known there was 2 outs. But maybe in the panic of it all, he sees, and here's the thing, it's all unfolding in front of him. There's a guy beating it down the third base line, and for that split second, he may have been like, oh, motherfucker. Let me go to home. Maybe.
Yeah, because if it got to first base with 1 out, the game was over. So you know what? They were questioning on the Canadian broadcast. Like I say, Buck
That's
was like, I think he thought there was 1 out because he had no intention of going to first base.
None. None.
And the catcher was like, go to first, and then it wild throw to, and I don't think he was out anyway at home plate. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just what? Oh.
No, he would have been out because it's a force. It's a force play.
No.
He would have been out.
You know what, Eric? Shoe would be on the other foot now if you were a Phillies fan. You'd be screaming and, my God.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
of course. Of course. He look, first and foremost, should have made the play.
Absolutely.
End of story. Should have made the play. But when unless you're in that situation, right, you got to almost – it sucks because if I being a Giants fan and if freaking Ryan Walker did that, I'd be in here absolutely losing my shit. But to that point, yeah, you got to – sometimes you got to put your you got to understand what they're going through, right?
JB says what's worse, Luzardo gets credited with the L. At the end of the day, Eric, who cares? You lost.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter who lost.
Luzardo came out, dude. That guy just got done a couple of days ago, right? 3 days ago. He just
right back. All hands on deck when you got to win, Eric.
And what did you think? Let's talk about this. What did you think of Thompson going to Duran? That was a look, and that was kind of a mistake because Duran wound up walking with the bases. They intentionally walked the worst player in the NLDS. Listen to me. They walked. Who's the worst player in the NLDS right now? Who was 1 for 17 coming into today's series?
Yeah.
I shouldn't say in today's series. When it came up to his at-bat, it was Shohei Ohtani. Should have pitched him. The guy's ice cold. But you
I thought of you. I thought of you when that Eric. I thought of you because when you were you were kind of critical the other night. You were like, "Well, where's he been?" And again, his number. But dude, when you got a Shohei Ohtani, they're scared of him. Good things happen. They were frightened, and again.
Yeah,
you know what? Isn't this ironic, Eric? In my opinion, in such a defensive, somewhat well-pitched game, pitching blew the game all the way around. That play and then the extra inning. Yeah. So, I was entertained. I thought it was a great ball game to watch.
It was. Look, you couldn't ask for anything better. It was tight. If you like a lot of runs being scored, well, go watch the freaking Brewers. And what is hold on, I got to go look.
I believe it's still 3-0, Eric. A quick start, a 3-run home run for Ian Happ in the first inning. So they jump out to an early lead once again. Home field advantage. Never counted the Cubs when they're playing at Wrigley.
Good point. Because now, depending on plenty of baseball left to go here in Chicago. But they got their ace. Freddie Peralta's their ace. And yeah, he ain't looking too good. But anyways, to get back to this Dodgers game, my goodness. I mean, it was just awesome. It was just awesome. It was a classic duel between two fantastic pitchers on their game. Look, Glasnow in the first inning, I was like, oh, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. I mean, they stranded a runner over there at third base. And that was huge for the Dodgers because Glasnow was able to get out of it with a strikeout. But look, both Glasnow and Sanchez were freaking awesome. Awesome. Hey, Anthony Ranger is in the house. I haven't seen him in a while. He is also a Blue Jays
Anthony, fan. That's who I was thinking of last night. I couldn't bring it up, and neither could you. It was Anthony up there in Toronto. Anthony. Do I got my Anthony? You'd be proud of me, pal. Look at this. Well, I got my Jets hat on tonight. How about we switch over? Get ready for we get ready for the next round here, buddy.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that one's gonna be interesting. That's a game tomorrow. Only one game tomorrow, but gosh.
So looking at the two series remaining, Eric, and I'm gonna just first of all, this series, Philadelphia, LA, good series, good base. I enjoyed it, but the better team won, Eric. Man for man and pound for pound, the Dodgers are a better team.
Oh my gosh,
Philly's got some weaknesses.
Having
been said, you've got the Cubs. The Cubs trying to stay alive against Milwaukee. And tomorrow, Eric, what a game. You got Seattle at home, and they're taking on Detroit. In my opinion, I think if the Cubs can win, if the Cubs come back and win the series, and I think if Detroit wins their series, I think this is going to open up a clear pathway for the Blue Jays to get to the World Series to face the LA Dodgers.
Yeah, good. It's possible. Let's take a look at this real quick. Oh my gosh. Last play. Look where Pajes is. Oh, okay, here we go.
And that's the ball just inside the. There it is.
Look. So he's got it in his hand, and look where Pajes is.
And look at the catcher. I told you he's pointing. Look.
He's pointing. Go to first. And what's he doesn't even, he's not even looking. He's just winding up and saying, the hell with it. I'm letting loose. And look where that thing goes. I'm surprised it didn't hit the guy in the head. Oh, what a mess. Look at that. He had him out by a mile at first base.
And you notice, I don't even.
Wow.
The Dodgers didn't even think he was going to go.
Yep.
Kim wasn't. He was just walking. He didn't slide.
No, he didn't slide because he probably thought, hey, you know what he was hoping? He was hoping that he was probably going to just throw it wild to first base, and then he just runs across the plate.
Yeah. If you're Pajes, you turn it. See, he's full bore. If you turn around and go, what the hell just happened?
He's got the ball in his hand right there.
And Bryce is ready. Look at that.
Bryce is ready.
Look at the center fielder. They're all running in, Eric. They're all heading back
look,
to the dugout.
The second baseman, he's got his fist pumped like, okay, this is it. Look.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. It went back to the pitcher. He's going to throw the first base. And he's like, oh, my God. Oh, wow. I mean, that is just something.
It's a team game, though, Eric. You know what? At the end of the season, you lose a game like that, but team game. Team game could have happened to anybody, right?
This is the beauty of baseball. I don't give a shit if it's the Dodgers. Look, I'm a Giants fan. I don't root for the Dodgers, period. Just like I don't expect Dodger fans to root for the Giants. But this is what baseball is all about, right? It's mano-a-mano, pitcher and hitter, right? You got the drama. It's a full count. Bases are loaded. There's 2 outs, right? Here comes freaking Kirkering. He delivers the pitch, gets a comebacker, weakly hit, right? Now, it's no longer mano-a-mano. Now the defense is in play. Who is going to make the play? It goes back to the pitcher. First baseman, is he on the bag? Yes, he is. Yep. The catcher is pointing to his man. Go to first base. And he picks it up. And all he had to do is turn around.
And we spotted second baseman, center fielder. They're all running out. They're like, all right, we survived.
Second baseman is giving a fist pump. He's giving a fist pump. This game is over. No, it's not.
Talk about in a matter of in 1 second, Eric. You know, a split second, they call it. You went from those Philly players were on the emotional high to what the hell just happened?
What the hell just 100%. What just transpired? They were out of the inning.
Can you imagine if that was over there in Philly? Hey, at least the game was in L.A. The game was in Los Angeles, Eric.
I'd be telling. What I'd be doing? I'd be calling freaking somebody and can I get an armed escort back to I'm talking about Kirkering. Can I get an armed escort back to where I live? Because man,
it's not that bad.
Brutal, man.
There've been listen. Lou Marston brought up a guy's name the other night. That's nothing. That's nothing compared to the Joe Carter home run in the World Series.
Oh, yeah. Touch them all, Joe.
Touch them all, Joe. 2 outs, 9th inning.
Damn.
Phillies, boom, home run. I remember that.
Beto. Stevie Wonder could have made the right play. Oh, I hear you, man. Oh, my gosh, dude.
Writing's on the wall. So you got the Dodgers going up against Milwaukee Cubs. We got an update on that game, Eric. Have you got an update for me?
Now let's check it out. Look what Insane had to say. Oh my gosh.
Insane. I have to question you. In my life, Eric, I know a lot of ball fans. Do the Phillies even have any fans? I mean, come on.
Oh
Phillies.
Man, dude.
The
Phillies. Them fans are no joke. No update. Here, let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Still 3-0, top of the 4th. 2 outs. Matt Boyd still pitching. How about that? He is still pitching. Durbin up the bat. Milwaukee, up to this point, only have 1 hit. So plenty of baseball. Let's see what happens. I'm sure there's going to be some dramatics in this one. There's no doubt about it.
The majority of the base runners in that Philly game were coming via the walk. There weren't a lot of hits. I think there were 11 hits for the whole game between the two teams. And what did they go, 12 innings?
12, yeah. Hold on. What was the final? Phillies only managed 4 hits.
So there you
Dodgers,
go, man.
7.
There you go.
How many walks? 4 and 4. So there was 8 walks total. Both teams walked 4 times. And both teams struck out 12 times. What the? Wow. That's crazy.
Eric, you get runners on by the walk. That's why I thought the Giants this year, they weren't good at running the pitcher through the count. I mean, guys were coming up first pitch swinging. Yeah. And dude, if you can get on base, both runs tonight for the Dodgers, didn't they both score on, am I wrong? The Dodgers scored their runs on walks, didn't they?
No. One was a walk and the other one was the errant throw. It was still a base hit.
But didn't the run, okay, both runs scored. Weren't they via directly the walk? How did they get on?
Oh, no, there was no. Luzardo gave up 2 base hits, and then Kirkering came in and he walked Kike Hernandez. He wound up getting 2 outs in there somewhere. And then Pajes came up and hit that comebacker. And it was an error. That's what scored the run, was an error. BW said that series was a battle of whose bullpen would implode first. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, I'm all in on this. Don't tell me this Dodgers team doesn't have any pitching, Eric. They get the job done. And now again with that secret weapon, boy, and dude, remember I brought up I was thinking of this earlier. I was thinking of you and Lou. I was thinking, I brought up that idea last night that there's going to be a whole change in the concept of pitching as we see it in the postseason. I'm like, somebody's going to just adapt this and run with it. A Farhan Zaidi somewhere out there is going to say, hey, let's just do this during the regular season. We're going to bring guys in and, get my starter to go 2 innings, probably pay him less. But
yeah,
when you've got that kind of pitching, Eric, when you got that kind of pitching, you got to technically you got a starter who's your closer who's going 3 innings, Eric.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's what they want to do. They wind up doing that today. I don't think that's ideal. They probably
but it gives you the option. They have options.
They do. Now, the key is going to be when they face whoever it is, the key is who do they throw out there if they don't have the lead or if it's tied? Because you could bring in Roki. Roki's only going to come in if the game is tied and if you have the lead. That's where you got to make sure that your starters are going to distance. Today, Glasnow did, which is fantastic. Now you're set up for game 1 of the CS. So you're probably, I wonder who it's going to be. I'm guessing it's maybe Yamamoto, right? Yamamoto.
Snell will get the start.
You think they'll start with Snell?
Yeah, Snell's considered their ace, so Snell gets the start.
No, Yamamoto was their number 1, and then Snell was their number 2.
Not in the postseason. Snell's number 1, and Yamamoto's number 2.
I thought Yamamoto went game 1 in the DS, didn't he?
No, Snell.
Did he? Did Snell go game 1? No, it was Yamamoto.
No.
Yamamoto went game 1, no?
No.
Come on.
Okay, I'll look it up.
No, I think you're wrong. Yamamoto. But they got it. Well, for the Dodgers, they got it set up because look, if the game in Chicago goes to a game 5, there's plenty of rest. Who's saying Crash is saying pitch game? Oh, going to pitch game 1. You think? Oh, Ohtani.
I wouldn't throw Ohtani game 1 unless you know what that turns into. Yeah, but that turns into like another game 1. That you treat that like a bullpen game because you're going to get Ohtani for what? 3 innings.
Oh, show him. No, I think how many did he go in?
Start with Snell or
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto. Yeah, one of the two. Like again, that to me, the Ohtani effect. Hey, if you need to see Ohtani, that's like a mad bum for me, Eric. 7th game, the 8th inning. You want to bring him in and let's
shut it down.
Shut down inning. But when you start we'll throw him. And the plan is he's only going 2-3 innings there. 2 innings, we want him out of there. That's like a bullpen game. Give me my best pitchers in the first game, second game.
Yeah.
Worry about gimmicks in game 7 and all man on deck.
Oh,
hey, Armand.
God, that was freaking brutal. Brutal. Hey, we still got one more post game to go after this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gosh dang, dude. Let's see what's going on. Still, okay, Freddie Peralta's back up if he's still pitching. He's already at 71 pitches, and it's only the bottom of the 4th. Ooh, boy.
So we're going to be back after the Cubs and Milwaukee, Eric, and we're going to be joined by – are we going to be blessed by the return of Luke Marston?
Not tonight. His nephew is in town, so they're taking care of business. So He will not be joining us.
Taking care of business. You mean they're out for wobbly pops out somewhere?
I think he's taking them out to dinner, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. They're having some wobbly pops.
Yeah, maybe. It's
right.
Family, man. You got to take care of family, right?
That's right.
All right, let's get the hell. Hey guys,
I'm gonna go feed Wilmer Jr. and watch some baseball, and I'll be back.
There you go. And hey guys, even your Dodger fans, if you want to come back after the Cubs and the Brewers, we'll be talking more Dodgers in Philadelphia. The game here, Game 4 finale. So yeah, if you guys want to come back and do it all over again, we can.
I love watching baseball. Love dissecting it. Love talking it with you.
Yeah, it's fun. And we'll be here a lot longer on the next one. We'll be here for maybe around an hour or so for the final one and get more into it. Again, we like to have fun. Even Dodger fans are welcome to Giants Sports Talk Live.
Even they're welcome.
All right, guys.
Even Rob C's welcome once in a while. So,
let's go see if Milwaukee Brewers will face the Dodgers or if the Cubs will push it to Game 5.
When would Game 5 be? Just curious.
Saturday, right?
Jeez,
no, it'd be Saturday because they'd be off tomorrow. Yeah,
and then I guess the next series would get underway Monday.
Good question. I think it's already out. I'll have to look and see what they say for ESPN.
Or I know Tuesday. Jesus, they run 4 games a day, and then they're going to take 2 or 3 days off. Probably. You watch. All right, we'll talk about it. I'll look it all up. We'll talk about it.
And here's another thing. Maybe during that gap between the DS and the CS, maybe the Giants announce who the next manager will be. Maybe. All right, guys, we'll see you tonight. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.